Hi, this is Neha from Uno Learning. In this video, we'll be looking at IELTS Speaking Part 2. I'll be sharing some useful tips that you can follow while preparing for Speaking Part 2. In the end, we'll be discussing a sample question too. So ready? Let's get started. Let's first understand what happens in IELTS Speaking Part 2. Do you know what a monologue is? A monologue is when one person is doing all the talking. For instance, right now it's just me who is talking and you are listening to me. IELTS Speaking Part 2 is nothing but a monologue in which you speak and the examiner listens to you. This round lets the examiner know if you can speak for a longer period of time. So this is how things takes place in IELTS Speaking Part 2. The examiner will give you a card with the topic, just like this one. The topic will be related to personal experiences or life events. For example, a person you know or an event you participated in. As you can see, the card also provides you with some key points or ideas which you can use to prepare your talk. You'll also be given a pencil and a paper in case you wish to make notes. The examiner will give you exactly 1 minute to prepare. He or she will start the timer. After 1 minute, the examiner will ask you to start speaking. You are expected to speak without interruption from the examiner for 1 to 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, the examiner will interrupt you. He or she will probably ask you a follow-up question just to wrap up the round. You need to give a short answer to that question. So this is how things happen in IELTS Speaking Part 2. You are given a topic, a simple one. You will be given 1 minute to prepare the topic and then you have to speak on it for 1 to 2 minutes. I know I made it sound easy and simple, but it definitely isn't for those who are not comfortable with the language. 2 minutes is actually a long time to talk non-stop. Even native speakers would find that a challenge. But don't worry, we'll work on this together. Let's go through some tips that you can follow to do well in Speaking Part 2. Our tip number 1 is quickly decide what to talk about. Remember, you've got just 1 minute to prepare your talk. So you need to quickly decide what to talk about in the first few seconds. Let's say your topic is describe your favorite teacher. Now you cannot spend the entire 1 minute preparation time just thinking who your favorite teacher was. The right way would be to quickly choose any nice teacher you had. Go with the first name that comes in your head and start working on the speech material. The examiner doesn't care who your favorite teacher was. All he or she cares about is how you are going to talk about that teacher. So the key thing is to quickly decide what to talk about and then move on to the next step, which is also our next step. Write keywords. Remember, you're given a pencil and a paper, make the most of it. As soon as you decide what to talk about, utilize the remaining time in making notes. Why notes? They help you stay organized and you don't forget what to say in case you panic. Now, what most IELTS candidates do when making notes, they start writing every single word they are going to say. The problem is, in no way you'll be able to write a 2-minute speech in 1 minute time. Do not take this approach. Instead, write keywords, important points that will help you to remember what you want to say. Jot down as many keywords as you can and convert these keywords into sentences when you speak. Right? Tip number 3. Cover every cue point. It is very important that you cover every point that is written on the cue card. Not only they help you extend your answer, but they also provide a nice structure to your talk, which will help your score. And if you want to add extra information, that is fine too. It is perfectly alright to include ideas beyond the cue card, but only after covering the points in the cue card. Here's how you can cover all the points in 2 minutes. Let's say your topic is describe something healthy you enjoy doing. The first 3 questions are specific questions. What, where, who. You can allocate 20 seconds to each of the questions, which means you have to speak around 3 to 4 sentences for each question. Like I mentioned earlier, write down keywords. Write 3 to 4 keywords for each part. So roughly you can spend 1 minute on these specific questions. The last part, explain why, expects you to give details or reasons. Now is the time to elaborate. Give examples, tell stories, and keep speaking until the examiner stops you. Tip number 4, use your imagination. Most IELTS speaking part 2 topics are based on your personal experiences and life events. But it could be possible that you are given a topic which you have no experience of. For instance, describe a concert you attended. Now, it could be possible that you have never attended one. But you cannot say to the examiner, I'm sorry, I've never been to a concert. That would be awkward, right? So what to do? In such a case, imagine and make it up. Even if you have never been to a concert, you know what happens in one, right? Take inspiration from something you read about or heard of the given topic. Use your imagination and construct a story. The main thing is you speak English. That's the only thing you are assessed on. Tip number 5, proper introduction. Let's say your topic is describe a gift you received, and you start your talk like, I am going to describe a gift I received. The problem is you are just copying the language from the question. This language is not going to get you high grades. Instead of using the words from the topic card, you should use your own words. This is called paraphrasing. Saying the same thing but in different words. For example, say, I'm going to talk about the beautiful as well as useful present I received on my last birthday. All I did was change gift to present. I also added the adjectives beautiful and useful. But still this version sounds so much better and exciting. Right? So use your own words. This will also show the examiner that you have got a decent vocabulary, and that's going to up your grades. Tip number 6, use transitions or linking words. First of all, secondly, finally, after that, later, before, as well as. These are all examples of transitions and linking words. If you are targeting a band score of 8 or 9, your speech has to be well structured and coherent or logical. And these words help you in doing just that. They help you to connect ideas so that your speech has a certain flow and natural progression. And most importantly, these words help the examiner too to follow your ideas and stories. Make sure you use these words when giving your speech as they will help you with your cohesion and fluency mark. Tip number 7, don't speak in a monotone. It is important to not speak in a monotone because when you speak in such a manner, your pitch neither rises nor falls. It's as if you have learned something by heart. It sounds unnatural. Okay, let's suppose the examiner asks you, describe your favorite animal, and you go like, I like all animals in general, but my favorite animal is a dog. In fact, I have a pet dog. Its name is Sam. It's a German Shepherd. See, it's a flat voice. It sounds really dull and boring. The examiner will soon lose interest in your story. And do you want that? No. Therefore, change the tone of your voice in different parts of your sentences, like you do when you speak in your mother tongue, right? Tip number 8, the most powerful one, practice. Practice is the only thing that's going to improve your speaking skills as well as your score. Practice making notes, practice speaking for 2 to 3 minutes at length. Keep practicing until you get your dream score, right? So these were the 8 tips that you can follow to work on your speaking part 2. Let's discuss a sample question now. Describe an article on health that you read from a magazine or online. You should say what the article was, when and where you read it, what you learned from the article, and explain why you think it is a good or a bad article. Let's try to answer this question. But before that, I am going to write some keywords for each part. I'll refer to these keywords when I actually speak. Well, I am in the habit of reading health-related articles. The most recent one that I read was about a very common disease that affects women, PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome. I read it from the magazine Reader's Digest. It was the January edition that I picked from my college library. It was relatively a free day at college, so I thought of reading the magazine. I found a quiet corner and I was flipping through the pages when the title Decoding PCOS caught my attention, and I instantly got hooked, maybe because I suffer from the disease myself. And besides, the writing was very engaging and it was an extremely well written piece. The article spoke at immense length about the symptoms of the disease, such as obesity, changes to the menstrual cycle, sleep disorder, etc. It further talked about possible causes and preventive measures that women can take to assuage and mitigate PCOS symptoms. The author explained that physical activity can help to bring down the high insulin levels associated with the disorder. She also stated that taking high fiber diet can greatly help to improve PCOS symptoms. And trust me, since that day I've been exercising regularly and I'm taking healing foods too to improve my condition. I think it was a great article because it immensely helped me to understand the disease better. Plus, it also aimed at spreading the awareness, which I personally feel is very important, because surprisingly, most women with PCOS don't even know that they have PCOS. So it is extremely important that we spread awareness about this disease. I liked the article so much that I instantly recommended my friends to go through it as well. So that's the speech, guys. The important points that you should note: I addressed all the questions given on the topic card in the order they were written. I simply answered and expanded on each part. This structured my monologue quite well. I even used the linkers such as besides and further to join my ideas. I also made use of rich vocabulary and employed different types of sentences, be it short, long, simple or complex. And all these things will help me to get a higher band score. That's all for this video, guys. We really hope this video gave you a better insight into how to do well in your speaking part 2. If you need any further assistance, you can always visit us at unolearning.com. At UnoLearning, our expert trainers offer live online classes for IELTS preparation. Visit our website and take a look at our courses. Make sure to give a big thumbs up if you liked the video and share it with others who intend to take the IELTS exam. Feel free to share your doubts in the comment section. Keep studying and keep practicing. Goodbye.